Can we start?
Yes, with the permission of the Honorable Chairman of today's program, our Chief Guest, Jurel sir, may we start the program?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
A very good morning to all of you. Heartiest welcome to distinguished Chief Guest of the inaugural session, Director Inclinate Professor J.P. Jurel, a very energetic, problem-solving, pragmatic leader, eminent friends from academia, and dear participants. It is indeed my privilege to address this august gathering on one of the most prominent and value addition scheme of faculty development, which is being carried out by AICTE Training and Learning Academy. We very fondly call it ATAL. I am reminded of some very apt words of APJ Abdul Kalam. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If people remember me, and of course he's talking about himself, if people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. It is with this context, it is with this motive that ATAL Academy every Monday starts and conducts these faculty development programs. Now, these powerful words of Kalamji simply emphasizes the need for passionate, energized, motivated, committed, but also very trained and competent faculty members. Communicating the subject, the core subject, teaching values, ideas, philosophies, and even the core moral values, Indianness, and all these aspects. So the call for all teachers, individuals, and organizations to invest in learning and development has never before more pressing, has never before more demanding. The World Economic Forum, and I have already talked about it in a few of my Monday's programs, but I again want to re-emphasize on it that World Economic Forum recently declared a reskilling emergency. We have different types of emergency, and this time it is reskilling emergency. Why do we have this emergency? Because post-COVID, the world has changed. The disruptive technological advances have forced us to teach differently, to adapt different pedagogical approaches, to have a different multicultural, multi-institutional, multi-directional, and a teaching approach where students and teachers are equal partners in knowledge sharing and in knowledge creation. You would be surprised to know that the world faces more than 1 billion jobs loss and transformation by the technology. Even before COVID-19 emerged, the world of stable lifestyle employment, that all people throughout their lifetime will keep on continue to be in the same job, it would no longer be relevant. It will be replaced by the expectations that both executives and employees, in our case, teachers and employees, they will need to continue to refresh their skills. The pandemic has only accelerated the already existing issue where the repetitive, works which are repetitive in nature and where there is no value addition by human beings, this will be carried out. This specifically be carried out by the machines. So despite this context, people resist to change. People resist to adopt the new technologies. And too many new technologies, be it artificial intelligence, be it machine learning, robotics, IoT, deep learning, blockchain management, all these with this perspective in mind, AICTE is trying that all our teachers must have core competencies in these subjects. So, but despite this context and nearly constant refrain for people to adapt to it becoming lifelong learners, many workplaces are struggling to meet reskilling goals. And many individuals, many of our teachers struggle to learn new and unfamiliar topics effectively. The research at McKinsey, supported by World Economic Forum, believe that an underlying cause is the fact that so few adults have been trained in the core skills and more so the mindsets of effective learners. So what it primarily focuses on, it is available, and in case you need, I can share the link with you, that we all need to become intentional learners. We have to understand that learning must continue throughout, from a structured learning to unstructured learning, where we are learning from our ambience, we are learning from our students, we are learning by visiting industry, or maybe very meaningful conversations with all our stakeholders. So we'll have to unlock it intentionally. We have to become, each one of us will have to become an intentional learner. And there are two very critical mindsets or things which you need to believe, and 5 core practices, maybe 5 core practices I won't be able to cover today. But for becoming an intentional learner, that 2 critical mindsets they said is adopt a growth mindset. Every day ask yourself that if I want to be there in 25, 30, what are the set of skills? What are the set of mindsets? What are the sets of behavioral changes I need? And continuously feed your curiosity. Whatever questions come to your mind, whatever issues you feel that you would actually be facing in your future by 25 or 35, you need to continue to feed your this thing. Consider a few practices to strengthen your curiosity, face your fears, always seek novel experiences and ideas, try to focus on what you love and take up a job or assignment or anything which would make you learn more. Practice, practice, and practice. The 5 core skills of intentional learners. There are many other things which I think I have already run out of time. Set small, clear goals. Create a culture of intentional learning. So I think a lot of things I will leave for either me to come back to you on next Monday, or maybe in our next session, I'll say. So once again, thank you so very much, our Professor Jurel, for being with us. I request all my dear coordinators that take these as very serious trainings and give your best, really learn so that you remain absolutely relevant, you remain competent, and you are able to transact in your class whatever is being learned in these workshops. All so very best. I thank you so much. And now I would request Jurel ji to address this August 10th. Thank you so much.
Mamtarani Agrawal ji, Dr. Amit Datta, coordinators of the 46 FDPs organized starting from today, all resource persons, and dear participants, good morning to all of you. Before talking about these programs. I give my thanks and appreciation to AICTE, led by Professor Anil Sesagudre, its chairman, and Dr. Mutarani for inviting me on 2 days inaugural function. As we just heard, as Mamtaji discussed and also set a tone for this FDPs, that training and reskilling of the workforce nowadays is a major problem, or you can say the challenge. To emerge stronger from COVID-19 crisis, companies started thinking for reskilling their workforce. Even before the COVID-19, there was a popular report. One of the leading consultant company, the McKinsey Group, they estimated years back that around 375 million workforce, or you can say that this contribute almost 15% of the workforce at a global level, will require the training, reskilling, and IT-based exposure by the end of 2030. Now, since last 1.5 years, with this COVID crisis, so not only the corporate sector or the private sector thinking, now the education sector, whether our faculty members or the students, they were familiar or using the traditional mode of training, teaching. Now forced to use technology for all purposes, whether from admissions, teaching, assessment, examinations, even the faculty members for their training programs. And we also know, not only this COVID outbreak, that the output of our higher education institutions is totally dependent on academic institutions and their faculty members. The knowledge that students possesses upon graduation comes from the faculties of their institutions. Keeping in view this, the AICTE initiated This is one of the largest programs in the country. That is the AICTE Training and Learning Academy, popularly known as the ATAL. Why I am saying it is one of the largest? Because they are planning to post this year around 1,500 courses by training more than 1 lakh faculty members and PG students. And another such type of the program of the Ministry of Education, that is the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission of Teachers and Teaching, that also attracting more than 1.5 lakh teachers per year. So it is a fantastic idea from the AICTE to organize these courses in the shape of the faculty development programs, and I'm sure the faculty and students will learn many new things other than their subjects which are they are teaching, because these FDPs covering wide range of topics like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchains, robotics, remote sensing, cloud computing, quantum computing, data science, cyber security, and many more fields. So it is an opportunity all the faculty members to learn these things which are the nowadays are part of our life. So why I'm saying day-to-day life? Because we are using all these things for teaching, assessment, examination of our students. Many things are also there because ICT skills not only required for the teaching, but also helpful in creating the good quality of e-content, how to create, how to host it, and how it can disseminate it among the students for their betterment. So I am hopeful all of you will be benefited with these FDPs, and I must congratulate the AICTE for bringing these courses on large scale by covering all regions of India. I also congratulate Mantarani Agrawal and her team for managing this initiative of AICTE in a more transparent and successful manner. My best wishes to all the participants of these FDPs. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your enriching experience. You have really provided us that for a teacher, what is it needed? And with all these skills, with the new set of skills, what kind of mindset, what kind of core competencies we need for the subject, for pedagogy, for everything. Thank you so much, sir. Today's FDPs, inaugural session of these 44 FDPs would have not been possible without you. Thank you for sparing your valuable time. I request all the coordinators that please take these FDPs very, very serious. Now we have also started peer review assessments where, peers will be reviewing your FDPs so that we can say that what kind of quality is being maintained by your experts. It is not an evaluation. We are trying to identify the areas of improvement. But kindly take these very seriously, not as certificate getting FDPs, but for knowledge, for learning. Thank you so much, Jurel sir. I am truly obliged. AICTE is personally thankful to you. Thank you so much, my dear coordinators, for taking out your valuable time. And all the very best for today's ATAL FDP. Sir, with your permission, may we conclude the function?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.